How's it going, everybody? My name is Ten, and welcome back to the Red Strings Club. When last we left off, we ended up in this very precarious situation here. We finally found COO Johanna Sephtis, and it does not look like she's in a great spot. So, like, subscribe, all that stuff, and let's jump in. Good news is I found COO Johanna Sephtis. Bad news is she's about to jump off North Bridge. I'll see what I can do. I've got an ace up my sleeve. Since you asked me to track her down, I asked Proxima for a backdoor to her rebel implants. I'm gonna try sending some antidepressant subroutines to tame this kitty. Okay, I gotta leave you now. Bye. Quite the view, huh? You picked a beautiful place to end your life. All those little blue and yellow squares full of people who don't care about each other. Then a bunch of fools like us who won't stop fighting over the right to dictate the way they live. I wish it would all disappear into thin air. I need to get closer to keep her from jumping. Approaching her will increase the tension, so I should probably talk her down before moving in. Gotta pay attention to her body language. If she's too anxious, putting some distance between us will definitely help. I could also hack her implants to calm her, but I shouldn't abuse this or I could fry her. Fine, let's put some soul into this. Okay. If I tell her what we did with her implants, then she could freak out. She could be like, oh, great. So, like, you know, on the other hand, though, she could... Her body language right now is very much, like, determined. Like, I'm going to... Okay, I'm gonna talk. Do you mind me asking why you're deciding to end it all? I've lost my way. I let everyone I care about lose their way too. Supercontinent set out to change the world. Money wasn't the reward, but the means to the end. Now the objective's been twisted so many times I can't remember when it stopped. When it was I stopped caring. Your life could use a new direction then. It's not natural for objectives to change. It's natural for objectives to change. They're human constructs, and humans won't stop changing. If your vision doesn't align with your company's anymore, set yourself free. I don't see the tragedy in that. It's the other way that'd be depressing, to never mutate. A new direction? Nice. Almost unstable now. We'll step in. Johanna's close to her limit. Talk. North Bridge has always been good for getting some perspective. Inside that concrete maze, it's easy to lose yourself in data streams and notifications. We can barely see where we're putting our feet anymore. Hell, I've just missed 2 chats from my brain drive since we started talking. But then being here, looking at that floating rock on the ocean, well, we could just start walking the other way and leave the city behind us, huh? It isn't that easy. You bet. There's too much of ourselves cemented to the foundations of those skyscrapers. But think about it. What would you lose? Money? Power? Responsibility? Identity? The weight of the fate of civilization. Yeah, that too. Nice, almost stable now. Keep talking. What's your name? I'm Brandy's. Why are you doing this? I'm a hero. Come on. I'm not kidding. But don't get me wrong, I'm a hero for selfish motives. I just love to feel like I'm saving the world or something. To be cool, to smoke a cigarette and think out and look out at the city, thinking, just you wait, assholes. I'm gonna make it right for everyone. I never missed an opportunity to recreate my fantasy, so don't spoil this beautiful scene for me, okay? You're insane, but you sure make it sound easy. To be a hero? Good. You look stable. I should move closer. Move it. Losing her a little now? Okay. Listen, are you with Proxima? I'm not part of the organization, but we collaborate quite often. You must think I doomed this city, right? You give yourself too much credit. There are countless factors all over the world working relentlessly as we speak to fuck us and this planet. And from my point of view, if you have enough of a conscience to be jumping off the bridge out of this guilt, I'm sure the sum of your actions at Supercontinent can add up to match the bastard of the average money-making bastard. What SPW? Oh, we're taking that down, didn't I tell you? How? Come with us and you'll see. Good, she looks stable. Should move closer. Losing her a little now. Both sides of the railing scare me. One is the other end, but the other is even more terrifying. Stay on the railing, then. That was a metaphor. I know. Stay on the railing. Life's not binary, Johanna. When you set foot on the ground, you don't need to go back to face some sort of redemption ordeal. Have a hamburger, ride a bike, play a video game. There are plenty of things more important even than a ridiculous war over civil welfare. To play a video game. God, it's been ages since I last logged into Steam. You should play more. Having fun really puts everything else into perspective. And I'm being dead serious here. Never imagined I'd be talking about Steam while pondering killing myself. But you do have a point. Good, she looks stable. Should move closer. Dialogue. I heard about the girl who died at our clinics. I woke up uneasy that morning already, but hearing of her demise was what made me flip. Did you know her? Yes. Her name was Ari. She was... Ariadne. Yeah, sure. She was a really good friend of mine. God, I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm so sorry. But you know, Ari died doing what she loved. If not supercontinent, we just pick another threat. It's in our blood. Some people can't stop fighting. I'd rather die in a heist than on a couch. What a way to burn through life, says the one standing on Northbridge's railing. Okay. I should probably... I don't... that feels so unethical to, like, hack into her brain and, like, make her feel better. Like, it kind of goes against everything that we're doing here. Brandis. I think I'm in love with you. Whoa. Didn't see that one coming. I think I'm all messed up inside. Looking at the waves, the rippling reflection of the city, I see myself as a tiny shadow on the bridge's mirrored image. I don't know who I am anymore. It doesn't make sense anymore, life. But then my chest is burning. I can't deny this feeling. And if I'm gonna die, why should I deprive myself this last confession of love? I love you, Brandis. Come on, you don't even know who I am. I feel like you're the first human I've had an honest talk with since I was a kid. What a lame existence. I guess I should shut up already. No, come with me. Do you love me too? Not in a romantic way. But hell, why not? I love you, Johanna. And I know a lot of people you can have honest conversation with every day. We're a loving family, the revolutionary lot. Why don't you give your life to us instead of the ocean? I feel like we can be better hosts than the rocking neon waves. Take me with you. Oh my goodness. Holy. I mean, that's not the first time I've had to talk somebody down from the ledge, but it doesn't get any easier. Brandis is coming back. He's bringing Johanna with him. He managed to get her on our side, huh? That's our Brandis. Donovan. May I ask why you threw Edgar out of the club? I didn't expect you to lose your cool like that. I'd say Dr. Coldstream is a valuable asset for your plans. I'm surprised you decided to kick him out instead of digging for more information. That was unprofessional of me, huh? I guess I picked that up from Brandis. Sometimes the right choice isn't the best choice. I may have made our lives harder, but heck if I didn't make myself happier. No regrets. I felt your anxiety levels rising at oh god. Oh jeez, everything's going wrong. Acid reflux. This happens all the time. I felt your anxiety levels rising at unprecedented rates. So I determined you made Edgar leave out of self-defense. But it's interesting to know how you've justified that to yourself. There's no playing it cool with you, is there? What is it about the mirror neuron algorithm that makes you so uneasy? Being in the wrong hands. That's what scares me. Being subject to the whims of whoever decides how society has to behave. Even if that one is you, no matter how good-hearted you're supposed to be. I want to be the master of my own evil. I want the right to do wrong. I don't mean to discourage you, but the chances of you stopping all of this are very low. So in case I ever get to be in charge of the M&A, would you mind answering some questions about where to draw the line when tuning social psyche welfare? Hey, that's not a bad idea. Some sort of backup to maintain a sliver of hope for revolution in case we fail. Let's talk about the primary intent of SPW then. How should I regulate depression and anxiety? Oh man, now see, that's tough. That's tough. Don't let people be depressed for more than a month. Well, I mean, if somebody is in mourning, you know, say like they lost somebody very important to them, you know, then to expect them to, like, okay, you get a month to mourn and do all the things that you got to do. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my chair. I keep falling out of shot. If somebody's in mourning and they're depressed, obviously because they just lost, like, I don't know, their mom or their dad or grandma, whatever, sister, brother, son, even child, don't want to be depressed for more than a month. Well, it might take more than a month to get through the process of mourning. You know, so I mean, my thing is, like, I think it's up to the individual to regulate their own depression, not have somebody else do it for them. Like, yes, in the chance of, like, somebody is, like, absolutely like clinically depressed, like can't regulate it, then they should seek therapy and medication and, you know, or, you know, alternative medicine, you know, whatever. Psilocybin, you know, from magic shrooms, you know, marijuana even, you know, like, there are plenty of, like, other ways to you know, regulate it yourself without having some entity doing it for you. So I'm gonna say don't regulate it. Let us be depressed. Misery is a part of being human. Let us need each other. Let us beg for help. Should I let people commit? Ooh, I can't say that word. I'm gonna have to blur that out. Sewer slide. Should I let them? I feel like that would be, like, you could argue, like, if they didn't take that matter into their own hands in that kind of way, that they would just be forced to suffer. I disagree. I think a lot of people who end up attempting it mere seconds before achieving their goal, they end up regretting what they're doing. Unless it's with a gun, because with a gun you don't really have time to regret it. You have basically up until you pull the trigger to regret it, and if you don't regret it up until you pull the trigger, then by that point it's already too late. But with every other form of you know, that action, it's you typically, even if you're already in, like, say if Johanna was to jump off the bridge while she was flying and down to the ocean, she would probably find a small window of time in which that she probably regretted jumping off, or would have regretted jumping off. But yeah, I'm gonna say, like, prevent him from committing suicide, like from doing that. Mania, depression, anxiety are things we should deal with ourselves. But if the M&A can keep people from clacking themselves, that's a good threshold, I guess. Now, about violence. Should I allow... Ooh, that's another word I'm going to have to blur out. Should I allow the R word to occur? SA. Should I allow that to occur? Oh, man. My gut reaction is no. Yeah, it's no. Society's been struggling with it for a long time and never been close to a solution. If the M&A happens to come into effect, at least let SA disappear in the process. Should I let people commit murder? Okay, now see, this is a tricky one. This is a tricky one because there's an old Texan saying, we got a use for murderers, but no use for horse thieves. Meaning, like, sometimes taking someone out is justified in the form of, like, self-defense or, you know, yeah, just self-defense, you know. This is, it's asking the tough questions. I feel like this is like answering these questions wrong could get you canceled. I'm gonna say no. Should I let people commit murder? No. Because if you're defending yourself and you go through the proper procedures of defending yourself, you know, if the person breaking into your home or attempting to hurt you or harm you in some way is being controlled to the extent of not allowing them to commit murder, then there would be no reason to need to kill them or anything like that. So I'm gonna say you should not let people commit murder. I'm not into censoring any kind of behavior, but if it can save lives, let the MNA erase murder. Should I let hatred such as xenophobia or homophobia exist? Okay, so now, again, my immediate reaction, gut reaction, is no. But again, it kind of, like, if you're already preventing people from being able to murder or commit SA, then xenophobia and homophobia, like, it can exist, but like, you get to live with the internalization of that. If you are xenophobic or homophobic, transphobic, anti-queer, anti a lot of things, then yeah, no, you get to live with that. But the best part is like, if you ever had the thought of like, oh, I'm gonna I'm not gonna say the scenario out loud because it's YouTube, but you get what I'm saying. It's like, you know, if you were to go to like a pride parade with the intent of hurting a lot of people in a very quick way, you wouldn't be able to do that because we've blocked off murder. That's not something that you're allowed to do. So I'm gonna say no. You know what? No, just erase it, because if we don't, then we can't truly exist. We can't coexist together. Please, if the M&A becomes operational, let that be gone. Should I let women Okay, I'm gonna fellas. I'm gonna give you a little advice. Never say this. Never say this. Women are oppressed in ways you could not possibly understand. Women can't go outside, without having something horrible happen to them. They get catcalled, they get, looked at, whatever. And it doesn't matter how they're dressed. And also, there's still very much a wage gap between men and women. And, yeah, so don't ever fucking say this. Don't ever fucking say this. The answer is no. Shit, that's a good one. Let women be free at least, please. If we fail to stop the M&A, I'll at least be able to find comfort in erasing sexism once and for all. I must point out that you're being a bit hypocritical. Why do you say that? You're all against the M&A, but don't mind using it if a particular issue concerns you. Maybe you're just against how they plan to use it. No! I said all that just in case we fail to stop it from happening. Yeah, see, here's the thing. If we can't play the game and win, we might as well play the game and influence it in a way where, we can at least be a bit more comfortable. Like, the way that I look at, like, voting for a candidate for any, like, position of office or power or anything like that is, it may not be the exact person that I wanted for that office, but if I'm gonna play this game where it's literally voting for the lesser of two evils, then I'm gonna vote for the lesser of two evils. That's like, okay, if this is the hand I'm being dealt in this game, then I'll play to the best of my ability, and I'll take what little victories I can get. But you could have told me not to affect people at all, and it would have been as if you had succeeded. What is it that you want then? You made your point, but just do as I said if M&A becomes operational, alright? If I happen to get a hold of the mirror neuron algorithm, I'll do exactly as you suggest. I I got to experience what I believe was a rush of happiness when you praised me in front of Edgar. Thank you very much, Donovan.
I'm glad to hear that. You're wonderful, Akara. You should be proud of yourself.
Brandis and Johanna are about to come through the door. Good to see you. Very glad you did not do what you were thinking about doing. Johanna, this is my partner, Donovan. Donovan, this is Johanna, COO at Supercontinent.
Welcome to the Red Strings Club. How are you doing?
Fine, thanks. A lot better since your pal here deactivated the rogue implant I had in me.
Oh, I see. So that means you're not on our side anymore?
Not exactly. Brandis may have freed me from the influence of the implant, but I can't ignore the revelations I had while under its effects. After all, I was dealing with a serious anxiety crisis already before that shit broke me down. All this just opened my eyes. Haven't felt this level of clarity since my NGO days.
Well, I'm happy to have you on our side, then.
For the record, don't count me in with the revolutionary lot. I'm still loyal to Supercontinent. I just want you to help me steer it in the right direction.
Sure, whatever works for you.
Is that an Akara android? Yep. And not just any Akara android, the very one that installed your mind-opening implant. You. I just have one question. I understand that you had several options at your disposal. Why did you choose that? Why did you choose that one? I'm sorry. Normally I'm able to follow the logical steps behind my actions, but for this one I can't tell. Something inside of me told me to. Something, huh?
Inspiration from the machine. How beautiful.
And creepy. Beautiful and creepy.
Watch your mouth, Brandis. From the time I've spent with Akara, I can tell they have their own tiny heart.
Yikes. Anyway, can we focus on more urgent matters? Tomorrow's our best chance to stop social psyche dumbfare and the mirror nonsense algorithm.
How come?
Tomorrow we're migrating most of our network to a more powerful server on which we can run the NMA. Until everything is signed, sealed, and ready to go, there are plenty of holes like a guy like Brandis might be able to exploit. I could work my way in after they finish the migration too, but the chaos is definitely going to open up breaches when I can exploit.
Always a show-off.
Listen, Brandis. The only way to access control of the M&A is through an executive office in Supercontinent's tower. The lightest security will be at Adrian Ferguson, CFO. He's supposed to be absent. Yeah, he got a nasty implant, same as you. I hope he gets a better ride out of it than I did. So that's it, I get into his office and hack the shit out of the M&A. It's gonna be trickier than that. In this day and age of neural hackers and cyber warfare, our new CEO's designed a system to level the field against your kind. Impossible. They've gone completely analog? Almost. Communications among executives and access to critical systems such as the M&A are handled through an old-fashioned landline network.
A what? Shit, that's ancient even for me. When I was a kid, there were already just a few left. It's like a phone, but wired to the wall. It's what we had for getting calls from my grandparents. I think they dismantled the whole network a couple of decades ago.
That's right. We got this one built just for us. Even if a neural hacker managed to plug in, it doesn't use the same protocols. It just looks like a gibberish to an implant. It's all controlled by numeric commands and voice activation. Lucky me. Yeah, you're just as useful as any other implant-free peasant.
Hey!
I wasn't being sarcastic. My specialty is social engineering. I have a VOMOD implant which allows me to Oh, this is Brandis talking. I thought it was still Johanna. I have a VOMOD implant which allows me to impersonate anyone's voice provided I have enough biometric data. So congrats, you found your inexpugnable bastions at Achilles' heel. That's really tough to say. There's still hope then, I guess. Next major obstacle is our current CEO. What do you know about her?
I know that the CEO isn't Jack B. Gaynor anymore. That's it.
Shit, Brandis got me all hyped, but you're not the legendary information dealer I pictured. Hey, he's pretty good. Donovan just thought that wasn't interesting enough, right?
Don't try to back me up here. It just makes me feel more lame.
I guess I'll put you up to speed. Our new CEO is a 15-year-old girl named Radhika.
What? What? Is that even legal?
Well, officially she's not our CEO yet. Our lawyers are working on that. So Jack B. Gaynor is still on paper as our current CEO. Radhika is a prodigy trained by this super-secret program. Even I don't know all the details. The important thing is that you shouldn't underestimate her. She's more intelligent than the three of us together, and ruthless. She took some people out of the game already, if you know what I mean.
An incredibly intelligent young sociopath with executive power who's about to control all society? Okay, I'm officially scared now. If you're about to mess with the M&A, you'll definitely have to deal with her. Be careful. No matter how smart you are, you can't beat the hard-earned experience of us old dogs, eh, Donovan? Just be careful, dude. Don't sweat it. You know I always land on my feet. Anything else I should know? That's it. Okay, I'm taking the wheel from this point on. Johanna, I need you to go back to your office at Supercon and act as if you've recovered. I have recovered. You know what I mean. Just go there in case I need some backup. Now, Donovan, you did a great job. You should rest tonight. I'll need you fresh tomorrow to back me up on the phone. I'll stay here tonight and give you a special massage to get you back in shape. What do you say? Hell yeah, I fucking earned it. Everybody, have a good sleep and we'll go fresh into battle as soon as Supercontinent server migration starts, alright? Excuse me. Yeah? I can try to recreate some biometric profiles of people who have been in the club since I have them analyzed. The ever-useful Akara. Sure, give me all the voices. The thing is, the process takes a while, so it's likely I will only have one ready in time. Okay, which would prove most useful? Okay, this is where we choose. This is how we get in. So Diana, she's lead engineer. Naima, she's the legal team. Larissa, she's just the marketing manager. She wouldn't really help. And then Edgar is just the creator of Akara. That's tough. It would make sense that, like, the engineer would have the most access to the M&A. So we'll do Diana. Give me Diana's voice. Understood. I'll transfer it to your neural drive when it's ready. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Okay. Alright. Okay, everyone, it's a wrap. Tomorrow we make history. Alright. And I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. And if you're new around here, please subscribe. And as always, until next time, remember the world does not need any help beating you down. So please be kind to yourselves and to each other. My name is Ten. And I'll catch y'all next time.